Hi everyone, Justin here from the Bill Course Wellness Center. Coming back at you with a Wednesday stretch break. For today's stretch break, I want to show you 5 quick and easy standing stretches that you can do to hit pretty much all the muscles of the body. So having said that, you don't need any equipment. You don't need to be anywhere in particular to do this. As long as you've got a little bit of space, that is all you need. So for the first basically stretch or movement we're going to do a forward reach to a retraction. And what I mean by retraction is squeezing the shoulder blades. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to keep a soft bend in the knees, feet are hip width apart, and then we are basically just going to push the hips back while keeping the chest up to keep the back flat. Reach with the hands, and then as I stand back up, I'm bringing elbows close to the body to squeeze my shoulder blades together. We're going to go through this flow 5 times. So if you're going with me, we'll start here. There's 1, driving those hips back, keeping the chest up. There's 2, we're staying in each position forward and backwards for a couple seconds. There's 3, and I'm squeezing my glutes as I stand up too. So that's squeeze the glutes, squeeze between the shoulder blades, open that chest up. Let's go 2 more here. And it helps to inhale on the reach, exhale as you come back up and squeeze between the shoulder blades and squeeze those glutes. So that's that forward reach to retraction. Next, we're going to move to a leaning lat stretch. So for this, we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, or behind our head, excuse me. Make sure you're not pulling behind the neck. We're basically just resting them at the back of the head. Then I'm going to turn my head towards one elbow. Then I'm going to lean away from that elbow that I'm looking at. I'm going to hold this position for 30 seconds, feeling that stretch in my lat muscle. Just use this truck rattle bar. So I'm feeling that stretch underneath the armpit, all the way down the side of my body. Let's say we've got about 30 seconds there, so then return to standing. You can even relax real quick before we go back into it. Then hands clasped behind the head again. This time we're going to look at the opposite shoulder or elbow. And then we are going to basically laterally bend away. 30-second hold here. Nice big deep breaths. Make sure you're never holding your breath during any stretch. We want to avoid hinging forward or extending backwards during this. We're trying to stay just side to side. And then once I've got 30 seconds there, go ahead, relax, shake it all out. Then we're going to move to our third stretch, which is going to be a crossover IT band stretch. So you're going to take one leg, cross it behind the other, and whichever leg is crossed behind is actually the leg we're going to be working on the IT band of. So from here, drive the hips back, reach for the floor, hold this position for roughly 30 seconds, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we're getting a hamstring stretch as well as an IT band stretch. Relax the head, take nice big deep breaths, and then once you've got 30 seconds there, come on up. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So cross that leg behind again. Relatively soft knees. They still should be kind of straight though. We're going to hinge at the hips, forward fold, relax the head. Feeling that stretch in the hamstrings at the back of the leg as well as the outer hip area of that back leg. About 10 more seconds, nice big deep breaths here. And then come on up, shake it out one more time. Then we're going to move to a leaning adductor stretch. So from here, I want to kind of step into a lateral lunge position. Toes are pointed forwards. I'm going to come down, keep this leg straight, and I'm trying to keep the toe towards the floor pointing forwards. That's going to give me a better stretch through the adductor or the groin area. And then I'm just gonna hold this position for 30 seconds too. Notice I'm kind of up on the toe of this leg, and that's completely fine. That's gonna allow you to get a little deeper with the hips. So still breathing here. Then you're gonna shift to the other side, so stand back up. Same thing going this way. Remember, try to drop the toe towards the floor so that you're getting a better stretch through the long adductor muscles of the inner groin area. Again, nice deep breaths, feeling that stretch. And then once you got 30 seconds there, relax, come on up. And we're gonna move to the last stretch for the day, which is gonna be a standing quad and hip flexor stretch. So what I want you to do, grab the ankle of one leg, then we're gonna bring the heel to the butt. As I do that, I'm going to squeeze both glutes. So squeeze those butt muscles. What that's gonna do is drive my hip forward. And then I should be feeling a pretty strong stretch through the quad as well as through the front of the hip or the hip flexor that often gets tight from a lot of sitting. We're gonna hold this position for 30 seconds as well. We can enhance this more by keeping a tight squeeze with our core and with our abs, and then raising one arm overhead. Again, this is a little bit more of an intense stretch, so make sure that you're not holding your breath. Breathe as normally as you can. And if you need to, for balance purposes, get near a wall, by all means, you can do that. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out a little bit, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other leg for our last stretch of the day. So, grab that ankle, bring it to your glute, squeeze both glute muscles to drive that hip forward, and then we're holding here for 30 seconds. This is your typical quad stretch, but by squeezing the glutes, that's hitting the hip flexor as well, which a lot of people neglect when doing this stretch. Enhance it more by bringing that arm up overhead. And then let's hold here for about 15 more seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, bring it back down. And that is it for our 5 quick and easy standing full body stretches that you should be able to do just about anywhere. So give those a shot, let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next time.